Hey everyone. So today we're gonna be reviewing Inignot by Hospital. Now, if you remember Hospital from a while ago, I reviewed their album Stare, which I really enjoyed. I really liked that. It was a great Christian nu metal album. Um, really heavy as well. This Inignot EP, I'm a little confused. So all I'm gonna say is I don't know the exact names because I'm getting conflicting information. Um, but the original singer left after Stare, and on this one, their guitarist actually is doing lead vocals. And I guess as such, this leads to somewhat of a musical shift as well, as this EP has more of a kind of alternative rock vibe to it. It's still somewhat dark, but it's way less heavy than the band's previous material, for sure. Not only that, but this is the most modern release I think this band has. I think they might have had an album after this. I know someone did contact me with a bunch of flax and stuff. So they might have had an album after this. I don't remember. I might have to look back. But as far as I know, this is the most recent thing they've put out after the band basically broke up. And like I said, it takes more of the alt rock approach to its sound. The vocals are much more emo-ish. They're much more kind of, you know, he has a much more higher cadence than the original singer. Although, actually watching the documentary for Stare, it was actually the original singer of many names he could be. The original singer said he actually wanted to have the stuff to be kind of a live feel, which is probably why that album sounds the way it does. You know, it's very rough, but I think that's by intention, by design. Here is a bit more polished sound overall, although this is a self-released, and it sounds pretty good for a self-released EP. So let's just get into the tracks. There's no favorite tracks because it's a 4-track EP. So let's get into it with the first track, Occam's, or it's either Occam's or Occam's Razor. So Occam's Razor. So, Occam, whatever, Razor. I'm not really sure what the song's about. I've listened to the song multiple times, and I still have trouble really picking out the lyrical themes and ideas on display here. The chorus is really good, even if it's just kind of note with guitars in the background. I mean, and that's kind of the census on this one. A few of the choruses here just don't have lyrics. They're just kind of wah, which I mean I don't think is a bad thing, personally. But yeah, Occam's Razor, very decent song. Or actually pretty good song. I really like this EP actually. But yeah, pretty good song. One thing I will say, for some reason, like 3 out of the 4 tracks have a lot of dead space. Like, I think this one ends at like 424, but has like a bunch of dead space. It has a bunch of dead space, so it gets to 454, and that goes for the second track, Making Robots. Or maybe doesn't. No, wait, no. The first and final tracks are the ones with dead space. The middle tracks don't have any dead space at all, which I think is kind of weird. It's kind of the thing with the Goliath's Throne by Iris, if you know what that is. A lot of the tracks on there have a bunch of dead space that wasn't present in the originals. I think the only tracks that don't have a huge amount of dead space is like Omen Child, Override and Conquer, and what else? Bloody Ether. But yeah, moving on, we have Making Robots. Much like with the previous track, I'm really not too certain on the lyrical themes of this EP. Really, the only thing I have to go off of is if I'm really paying attention to the vocals, or the cover art, which is somebody shitting themselves. So, you know, very heavy stuff. I don't know what to. Maybe Making Robots is a metaphor for some kind of um, way to be healed artificially or something. I don't know. Anyways, much like with the previous track, as well, it doesn't really have much of a chorus. It's just kind of, which is fine. It works. I think it's probably the best part of the song. It's just kind of odd how they've adopted this songwriting style of having verses and then not really having much of a chorus. There really aren't lyrics to the chorus, which is fine. It works just fine. I'm just not really sure. But yeah, moving on, we have Wayside again. I'm not super sure what it's about. It could be about, based off of the chorus alone, maybe some kind of relationship that went wrong. Yeah, because that's English. Went wrong. Or, a relationship that fell by the wayside or something like that. Instrumentally, it's the same as the first two, somewhat. It has a bit more frantic verses. It also really makes you realize that the guitarist might not be the best singer. I certainly think he's decent. He's definitely good. Just not the greatest out there. I don't know. I don't really have much more to say. This track does have lyrics during the chorus this time. The chorus is a bit different instead of just a continuous kind of strumming chord pattern. Instead, it's more of a rapid fire. No, wait, no, it's the same. I don't know. There are lyrics during the chorus. Again, not a bad thing to not have lyrics during the chorus, just kind of an interesting thing that I noticed while I listened to it. So moving on, we have okay, so the Anne-Raisin Affair is the last track on the EP, and it's kind of an interesting one. So this one is a bit more decipherable. His voice just kind of makes it hard to understand what he's saying sometimes. Here, though, I get the sense of maybe the Anne-Raisin Affair. Maybe it's about an affair, referenced by maybe the chorus, Find a Way Home. Or maybe the narrator himself had an affair of some kind, and he's trying to find his way home. Basically what I get from it. Please let me know what you think of the song, because honestly, the whole, like, the lyrical themes of this EP in general, like I've said before, they kind of go over my head a little, because I can't really understand what he's saying all the time. But this is a great track. Got a great chorus. It's probably got my favorite opening. It opens with a cool, like, effect that leads into very nice drum work. By the way, can I just say that the drum work across this entire EP and Hospital's entire, like, catalog, stellar. The drum work is great. Love the drum work. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. This was a nice EP to listen to. If you want to go check it out, it's on Spotify. YouTube, Um, don't think it's on Bandcamp, which is weird because Stare is on Bandcamp, but nah. But yeah, go check it out, guys. And let me know what you think down in the comments for sure. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. This one's coming in a little later than usual. I just didn't get around to doing it. But yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.